Breaking news. The first video message from Wagner leader Prigozhin since the coup attempt has been released. It appears that Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin is currently in Africa, as he has made his first video address since his failed mutiny in Russia. The location of the video's filming has not been confirmed by the BBC. Wagner mercenary group member Prigozhin is seen in combat gear claiming the group is making Africa more free, in a video shared on Telegram channels associated with the Wagner mercenary group. Wagner is rumored to employ thousands of soldiers to protect its lucrative business holdings on the continent. Rights groups and the United Nations accuse Prigozhin's embedded soldiers of committing war crimes in countries like Mali and the Central African Republic, CAR. Britain has recently sanctioned Wagner's CAR operations chief and deputy chief over allegations that they tortured and killed civilians. The United States has charged Wagner fighters with engaging in illegal gold trades on the African continent to enrich themselves. Prigozhin claims in the video that Wagner is fighting Islamist militants and other criminals while also engaging in mineral exploration. "We are hard at it. At 50 degrees, it's just how we like it," Prigozhin is overheard saying. Wagner PMC carries out reconnaissance and search operations, which makes Russia even greater on all continents and Africa even more free. "Justice and happiness, for the African people, we're making life a nightmare for ISIS, Islamic State, and Al-Qaeda and other bandits. The group will continue fulfilling the tasks that were set. We made promises we would succeed," he says, adding that Wagner is actively recruiting. Ambassador Freddy Mapuka, a presidential advisor in the CAR, was photographed shaking hands with Prigozhin in St. Petersburg at the Africa-Russia summit last month. Russian Wagner mercenaries are known as what? Wagner's head in Africa says the organization's work will continue. During the Africa summit, Wagner's head was spotted in Russia. Since leading his 24-hour mutiny in June, Prigozhin has been staying out of the spotlight. About 5,000 Wagner troops took over the southern Russian city of Rostov-on-Don and advanced on Moscow, ostensibly to overthrow the country's military leadership. After talks with the Kremlin, mediated by Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko, Prigozhin called off the advance. Prigozhin had his charges dropped and was offered a transfer to Belarus as part of a compromise to end the mutiny. Wagner and the Russian Ministry of Defense had publicly butted heads over the war's direction. Prigozhin constantly blamed the ministry for his organization's lack of ammunition. According to Prigozhin, the Wagner Group was established in 2014. Prigozhin, a wealthy businessman with a criminal past, is commonly referred to as Putin's chef, due to his role in supplying the Kremlin with food. Wagner is suspected of aiding Russia in its annexation of Crimea and began supporting pro-Russian separatist forces in eastern Ukraine in 2014. Wagner had around 5,000 fighters before the war in Ukraine, most of whom were former members of Russia's elite regiments and special forces. Nonetheless, Prigozhin claimed in June 2017 that the group's size had increased to 25,000 fighters since the outbreak of hostilities in Ukraine.